almost forgot to start recording this, but we just ran in here. That was literally the first mob right there. We got the two ghosts outside. By the way, I just didn't bother recording them again because they're outside. And I saw the can guy as soon as I ran in. He spawns right here as soon as you enter, and then he walks off. So... and this group seems to be much nicer than the last one. People actually want to do the shit. We are pretty over-leveled, though. Because we got a 50 bear that wants to get his trinket. Instead of a 52 warrior that doesn't want to do his job. The priest back there is actually level 60. None of them seem to know what the hell we're doing or where to go, but that's fine. I don't complain about that. All right. Yeah, we can share that. Might not be recommended to share a quest which will then give you competition on the job rate, but you can get those in the princess runs anyway. I mean, those things drop from like damn near anything. It's been hard to get a group here. It's been a few days. I need to play earlier in the day, but I can usually only do that on my my days off. Can't get to that plant. Wait, was it over here? No, it's in a different I shouldn't have run back like that. It wasted some time, but with this character, I'll actually be able to get all the ghost mushrooms. This place is a gold mine for ghost mushrooms, and it's one of the few places you can get the damn plant. The warlock is going to be gold here with his dots. Just dot all these things. Me, not so much, because I'm not Frost. Oh, it's not ready. Forgetting about my potions. You'll notice that the people are pirates. I actually did that with my wand. I got a pirate wand. And then I got the gnome from the trick-or-treat thing. We're in Halloween mode. I need more mana. I don't like being a gnome. The reason why I didn't pick one in the first place. But I figured I would do one since it's from a rare illusion. want mana, you're gonna have to wait. Yeah, well, actually, I could just give him this, and I'll summon some more. So we've already got the two of the three ghosts that are outside. We haven't gotten the one from the purple side. Forgetting my potions. Got my arcane elixirs. I just made 10 more of those earlier. My warrior skill built it off of them. Not only that, is that like the best thing to skill build off of to get to about 270, but my mage could use them, so I've got dozens of them. Extra SP. I also have quite a few nature protection pots, which I skill built off of a while back. Scum covered bag. Now, just had some money in it. We'll go ahead and chug one of those too.
My turn-offs are rude people.
You just flip me.
I need to target something first.
He's got it. Fire! Star Ruby. I think that's used to make one of the scopes. I forget if it's the 5 or 7. Oh, we're a plant short. We got screwed this time around. We're gonna have to pop another one to get that last. Spamming our Scorch because that's the top rank right now. At some ranks, the Scorch is actually higher ranked than Fireball. So it'd be much better for your DPS. And technically, Scorch would always be better for your DPS, but I just cast the top rank one. That's the whole point of the spell, it's fast. And being faster also makes it more resistant to pushback. So it's the best spell to cast if you've got something shooting you. Mini mobs only hit like once every 2 seconds. You could literally get a cast under their swing. Okay, we're gonna try to drink through this one. Of course, they're gonna fucking punch me off of it. Fine, I'll get up and start scorching you then, bastard. Should round them all up. Guess I'll come and hit this. Is this thing not even working? They not script this thing? It's supposed to be spitting out mobs. I was waiting to see if it was gonna actually do something. It was like no mob. It's pretty hard to fuck that one up. Oh well. Look at all them poisons. I'm absorbing them though. I got nature protection. got us another plant. We had no choice but to whack another one because we're trying to get this damn quest done. You might be thinking that high-level priest was in our guild, but no, he's in a guild called Solo Player. And I asked why he was trying to come in here. He said he was after the scepter. Basically this. Like, we're all after it, pretty much. Only me and the druid seem to have this one. Notice I got the Wicker Man buff. Every night during the Halloween event, which is like 2 weeks, I read that the cutoff was November 2nd. I don't remember when it started. Every night after 8 p.m., it doesn't matter if you're there for the event, you can just go there after it, and you can get a 2-hour buff. Either the Undercity or... I don't even know where the Alliance version is, but outside one of their cities. Took that ghost mushroom. I wanted that. I got 2 alchemists I have to skill build. Although I'm not sure what I'll make that off of. It's used for a few things. One of them is shadow power, which is shadow SP. My warlock. I mean, back when I had a warlock, I used to make those. One of the 2 characters I have done done with was a warlock.
I need to target something first.
And I was actually raiding on both of them at the same time for a while, and a rogue. So they all had goddamn consumables. I was taking one guy to one place, one guy to a different place. At one point, I was in 2 different raid guilds because they didn't raid on the same night. So I was basically doing the content twice. But that ended when the guilds broke up. Shield has been broken. It only absorbs so much. 3550 to 2250. Hell, I should give one to the damn bear actually, but no, I don't. We don't really even need these with a level 60 healer. I'm just being fancy. Put up my combustion for this. Yeah, 2 spells. Popped my combustion. I think that might be a waste though. Because you AoE a whole bunch of mobs, you don't need the plus crit from the combustion. One of them is probably... You're probably going to end up getting 3 crits anyway. So You're burning your combustion.
I can't pass that yet.
Noxus.
I don't have a target.
I used to solo this guy. I was killing him over and over. I wasn't really after him, though. I was after the other guy, Razor Lash. I just killed him because he was on the way there. He has a nature resist trinket, but... And I will definitely take that wand. If I win it. No one else wanted it. Fine by me. $50 fucking DPS wand. I'm losing my other stats, but that's fine. Firepower.
I'm still recharging.
Absorb, absorb, absorb. I'm already done with the carving quest. We got 2 leather wearers in here, so it'd be beneficial to go kill Razor Lash, even though he's not for a quest. Burn! Can't just tap. Just... Okay, here we go. Not too worried about chatting on here. Not sure if this is gonna be a princess run or not. We technically got the levels for it.
My mana is low.
Mana is low.
Not enough mana.
Come on, get enough for a cone of gold. Thank you.
I need to target.
Got a massive spirit buff from the priest. Hard to believe a priest couldn't get a group for this place sooner. Here we go, combustion. Was that 2 crits? The good news is that if I combustion again, like all of them got that 50%, so so it could work. I'll just keep burning them. Plants don't like fire. Oh, I'm forgetting about our buffs. I should just sit here. Oh shit.
My mana is low.
Well, I got candy corn. Does 3% mana per second. Hell, it's probably much better than what I have. Than my own mana. Maybe I should just use that shit instead. Get like my whole bar back off of that. Yeah, the mage has been slacking on his buffing duty.
I need a target. I don't have a target.
I got some mask. There, Night Elf. The Tauren one looks pretty damn dopey. I got some female masks as well, but I delete those. I've already casted my buffage. Where's my stamina buff? Drink up, priest. I'm gonna bother you with the gnome animations.
I do hope to find some interesting gadgets around here. I do love tinkering with
Look at that, max level stamina. 43 stamina. I think that's max rank. Probably only need around level 40 or 45 to get it, so. There's still one rank higher than my my arcane intellect. I don't remember what level it's at.
I need to target something first.
Bloodforge.
That's still recharging.
Alright, I did get 3 crits. So I still got, now I got 40% on another flame strike. I think 2 of those critted, I think. The damage. Oh shit. Being sniped. Run away, gnome. Not sure which one of these I want to bother nuking up. With all the damn damage I'm doing, I'm probably top DPS out of the 3 of us. But rogues don't have shit for AoE in the first place, so you'll be decent on the bosses. The hell's that can guy? Get his ass back here. Alright, I'm eating my candy corn.
I can't find anywhere to get my nails done.
You're undead, that wouldn't be a problem. Which technically he was undead. Like, all of us are undead except for the bear, obviously. But I used my pirate wand. Well, we found the can guy. This guy tanks pretty damn well. He was like, I don't know how to tank. Before the run, that was. Sounds like the bear is the easiest tank there is. We'll get him on the way back out. Couldn't be any easier as a bear. You don't have to worry about shield blocks, revenge, sunders, any of that shit. What do? You just spam swipe. You got Fury Fire. Which you want to put up once per mob. Basically what they get instead of Sunder, but it doesn't cost anything. And you don't have to worry about stacking it. We're up to the plant boss again. I'm just gonna chomp on my candy corn until that runs out. It's not a life fruit. I could switch back and forth between these wands, but I think I'll just take the shooter and Vendor the Rage. Not worry about it. My inventory space. That's probably still there. We're gonna run right past it on the way back out. Be really lucky if I won that. The level 60 priest probably isn't gonna want shit out of here, but with the warlock, who knows? We need this guy, although we were going to run back out anyway. This is can number 3, which the game labels 5. Blizzard did not put any kind of, like, thought into the numbers. Well, they label the ones outside 1, 2, and 3, and the ones inside 4 and 5. But you're not going to kill them in that order if you're trying to be efficient. It doesn't make much sense to go get the one outside purple, then go inside purple, who's presumably number 4, and then come all the way back to the orange side. It's like, what the hell kind of sense does that make to run back and forth? Just do one, then go back to the other. I don't know where Theo is going. This is far better than just clearing. Do not clear. You can do what you want, but I would not advise clearing through the damn waterfall after orange to get over to the purple side. Not only will you miss the other 2 can ghosts, although you might get the one inside if you just keep clearing past the demon towards the door, but he wants to run out and go get the quest. What would be the point now? I mean, you can't loot them after you you can't backtrack and loot them now. You'd have to do the whole run again. We're already finished with this. We got this is the can ghost. Legend of Maraudon. demon boss will have the other one. Do they now? I wasn't sure about that. So I always make sure I have my quest before I go to the dungeon. I don't join the... Unlike the other guy, I don't go to the dungeon group, but like, oh, what's the quest for this place? Can you share them all to me? I didn't bother to look that up in advance and actually be prepared.
I can't pass that yet.
That's why Blizzard and Cataclysm moved all the quest NPCs to be right at the dungeon door. Which was not a good thing. I don't advocate in favor of that change. You're catering to bad, lazy players that couldn't be bothered to go get them. I mean, they were put out in the world for a reason, so you'd have to actually go out there and go get them. But the new Blizzard's like, no, that's too much work. We want our players to be lazy as shit.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Could run past these. Well, him running down there to go get that quest is better than what the leader did in the last group, where he just quietly dumped the group. Didn't say anything, didn't say he was leaving or nothing. He just went quiet, disappeared. If you're gonna dump the group, at least say, I'm out of here, and then drop. But I don't think, he didn't even, log out. Because it would have shown him as offline, and he would have, the leader would have bounced. No, he just went AFK in a corner, quietly. So the character in the internet is online, just sitting there, and eventually he timed out. If you're not idle, I mean, if you don't do anything for 15 minutes, the game will kick you out. That last group, though, ugh. I was really tempted to just dump. Especially after we did the orange and purple sides. I mean, I was like, do I really want to stick around and do princess with these pricks? God, people you can't stand. They shouldn't be playing an MMO.
You're being controlled by an invisible hand. Sometimes I have trouble controlling the volume of my voice.
Those jokes off that human are awful. The undead ones are much better, naturally. Sounds like a girl that needs to lay off the caffeine. I think the rogue left to go try and get that quest. Wouldn't take him very long to go get to it. I'm up to 70% on my combustion. You're getting a pyro. Hurry up before my potion expires. It didn't crit. You had plus 70% crit chance. It didn't crit. Didn't see him on the map yet. There's one of your fragments. That's not the right way. There's a giant cavern over there. It doesn't go anywhere. Can you jump here? No, you don't want to jump there.
That's still recharging.
I don't even see him on the map. Is he still in Maraudon? I think I'm actually getting more mana off my damn candy corn than I do from my own summoned water.
I'm out of range.
You're going the wrong way. The ghost is back here. If you didn't want to come back here, you should have gotten all of your quests before we came here. Well, if you can get the gems without the quest, that's lucky. Oh, well, okay, he's over here now. I think I'm inclined just to wait over here. Maybe I should see if I could solo one of these worms. Wait till my combustion's ready. Solid stone. That hit me with a 2-minute cooldown. So yeah, the ghost, well, he's not a ghost, but there's a centaur guy that walks around this valley over here. He's the one that gives you that quest. If I clear from this side, I'd run into him. He's just gonna loop around. Well, why not clear the stuff that's actually in the way instead of the stuff that's not? If I can make this thing run around. Here we go. Oh, is it just gonna sit there and... It's not even gonna melee me. I forgot these guys just shoot poison shit at you, so I'm actually absorbing it off my potion.
I don't have a target.
I've seen people do all kinds of shit in here before, though, where they'll just jump down to the bottom for some reason. It's like, why would you do that? Now you'll have to clear like 25 mobs to get back up here. There's nothing down there.
I can't pass that yet.
I'm trying to get to the 4th gem now. Okay, this one's trying to melee me. Oh shit. I want that guy. Retreat! Is he gonna come all the way up here? Figures.
I need to target something first.
The time to pick up a quest is not in the middle of a dungeon run. Okay? Pro tip. Do that before the dungeon run. It's like people never developed the simple common equities, you know? And this isn't new, like, this logic. This isn't from me playing for 10 years. I was like that. I had this simple logic back then, in the first year that I was on the game. Probably like the first character, when I realized that you had to go out to places to get quests. I was like, well, wouldn't it make sense to get them all before you go there? And very quickly I learned to look like damn near everything up online. I was looking up everything. And I would go get all of the shit before I tried to go to that dungeon. I always thought that was obvious. But we're about to get into the purple side now. The last can, ghosts in here. Okay, we want to wait here. I don't want to get railed by the damn gremlins. Those fragments only drop from the rock elementals outside the dungeon. And I'm going to be back for princess runs, so I might solo those fragments out at some point. We still got time left on our pots. Well, they got the patrol on this. I don't want a pyro. There went my 3 grits. Come on, guys. That's... We don't have to clear every single mob. I mean, you can see from the path that we're just going around in a circle. It's very obvious. Let's see. Hey, I'm big and orange. No, you don't want to jump here. You want to jump back over here. There was no need to dismiss. You trained your phase shift. Imps and phase shift don't aggro anything. trust me, I've done molten core jumps 100 times. Where my imp would literally run through level 62 raid mobs. It would just run, because you jump at the beginning of molten core, you jump off. Because there's no point clearing the dozen mobs that are down the ramp. But guess what the imp does? He runs around, he just goes through all of them. Because he's in phase shift, so. But they usually don't like it when you do that though, because there's always some dumbass warlock that doesn't realize that either didn't train the phase shift for some reason, or has the pet on aggressive mode, so it just nukes the first mob it runs into and wipes the whole raid. But I wasn't one of those dumb logs. But if you have your phase shift and it's in passive, there's no problem. You will literally just run through the mobs and laugh. I've already finished drinking my drink for today. Just more Red's Wicked Black Cherry. It's about as fancy as it gets in this shit town. Ooh, a purple can. That's fancy. Well, we needed to get away from the other mobs. No crit. Oh, look, I still have a 60%. It'd be nice if you knew how many charges were left, but it doesn't tell you. I guess Blizzard didn't know how to put 2 different counters on one buff. They weren't going to go through that much trouble back then. Hell, it's probably still not there today. Now, you can technically run between these groups, but I don't really trust that. Someone's going to aggro, so I would just say go ahead and clear this one. He's asking what time we raid. Well, I'm obviously not raiding with them. This guild has already cleared Ragnaros and Onyxia. So they've got all content. Which I coincidentally joined the guild with one of my 3 characters long before they entered a raid, so I had no idea how it was going to turn out, but doesn't look like this character's this realm is going to have much happening on it in the raid scene, though. Currently, there only seems to be 2 raid guilds. I think they both cleared all content. The other one is Vexed. But I'm in this guild. I might have to look at switching. This guild doesn't raid on nights that I could go. So I don't really have a future in this guild. But I think the only other guild raiding right now is Vexed. And if I can't raid with them either, then it's just SOL. Not the end of the world. I've already seen and done most of the content in this game. And that's more than most players ever will. because most people either haven't entered Naxxramas or will never enter Naxxramas. To even get to Naxxramas and have done all of the content before that is an accomplishment, because Anchorak 40 is fucking rough. Cthulhu from Anchorak 40 is harder than some of the Nax bosses. I've gotten Cthulhu on 2 different characters, which is also an accomplishment, because that means having taken the time to fully gear both of those guys. You can't just show up as a fresh 60 and do these raids. Like, you have to have full purples from the previous raid tier, which they were. My hunter was full Dragonstalker. I think he had 3 pieces of the striker set out of Anchorak, but since we only killed Cthulhu once, there's no way I was going to finish that set. The Warlock was mostly full Nemesis, which is tier 2. He never got the piece off of Onyxia, despite having killed that boss like 20 fucking times. Must have lost a roll on that hat like 10 times. And usually that's the easy piece to get, because that's a boss. That boss has like 2 mobs in the way. You just show up and kill it. People were pugging Onyxia every week. You'd think I could have got that, but he had all the pieces of tier 2 from Blackwing Lair, but didn't have the piece from Onyxia. Out of mana. Fuck your ohm. Okay, got our last gem. Let's put all these together so we can waste less inventory space. 6 slots down to 1. He life tapped his mana all the way to full, so now he's not using his mana regen. You don't want either of them to be at 100, because then you're not using the regen for that bar. But, oh well. Yeah. Slacking on buffs again. But you know you found a bad Warlock when they never, like, life tap. And they're just running around with 100% life, and it's like you're wasting your health regen. Your armor has health regen on it. But my Warlocks are actually infinitely sustainable. Like, they have infinite DPS, almost like a rogue, because I just drain life off the enemy. I just tap, tap, drain, tap, tap, drain. I'm feeding off of the mob and profiting from it. So I, like, literally don't need any heals, don't have any downtime. I can just damage forever and I'm profiting off of it. That's not hard to do. Just cast Drain Life. life tap half your bar, then cast Drain Life. I think many warlocks like to go destruction, so they don't want to do that. We're almost up to the purple guy. Wonder if I'll win another blue. Make like a damn champ off this one. It's not like my warrior got anything out of here. Though that shit elemental does have a plate wrist. That's actually the wrist you would want to get for your nature set. He's gonna be back in here soloing the Nox boss in order to get that thing. If we even get that far. I probably won't worry about it for, you know, until Anchorac's on the horizon, because I don't know if I'll even be raiding. It's a matter of finding a guild that can raid either on days or times when I can show up, and on this seemingly low populated rim, that's probably not going to happen. With our levels, yeah, we could. I wasn't planning to, but... my combustion's at 100. 100 grit flame strike. Ouch. That had some fucking bite to it, I bet. The undead show their true form. The pirate costumes have expired. I do have one left, because it was a 5-shot wand.
You know, once you're dead, nothing smells
We'll
better.
give it to Oathkeeper.
Dead fish, like a spring breeze.
Where'd you go? Get your ass back over here. We're not done with you. He's a troll, a demon troll. He likes to blink around, drop aggro, switch targets. Wow, there's another upgrade. Let's see, 15 to 15. Not a huge upgrade. And, let's see. Yeah, that one's not really. You didn't want that? You just let me have it, okay. Maybe you already had something good. Now we should continue onwards. some water, huh? I've got your water. He wants to take it. So we got the wand for the boats, and now the bell. Do I want to flame strike again? We're all about to die. Still got it. Alright, you're getting the pyro. Like pyro both these fucking things. Pyro crit. Critted both of them with a pyro. I'm enjoying my fire so much, I might be tempted to come back to Fire Mage on Burning Crusade. Fucking dragons were out. I don't know what I'm gonna do for Burning Crusade. But it's so far away, who knows? It's not even worth worrying about. Warlock is a hell of a lot better in Burning Crusade, though, than they are in this game. Blizzard woke up one day and was like, oh, this class sucks. Maybe we should do something about it. Okay, we'll give them a threat drop ability. And we'll make it so you don't have to hand out the soul stones individually, one at a time, to 40 fucking people. Because it's unique. You can only summon one. So you trade it, summon, trade it, summon. So fuck that. Mages get the axe too, but at least you can summon all theirs in advance. So before the raid starts, you can summon. You can just fill your bags up with 1,000 water. The stone, you can only carry one. So they actually prevent you from being able to do it in advance.
Fantastic.
Rare spawn? No. No rare spawn. Actually, we might not need that guy. Warlock also gets a spammable fire nuke, which Blizzard didn't want to give Warlocks in Classic, because Searing Pain has a goddamn threat mod on it for some reason. Why is that there? I don't know. The Mage version, Scorch, doesn't have that. I'm using it right now. There's no threat mod. In almost every way, Warlocks got fucked in Classic compared to the Mage. I don't have life tap, but here's what I have instead. Goddamn gremlins hit me. Never mind. I didn't even have aggro of that. He switched to me after I started casting Evocation. Oh well. You don't need any of that. Just run over here. gotta kill them now. We can't jump now. The mobs will train around and wipe us. Can't just forget about them. Once you've tagged them, you gotta deal with it. But yeah, just run over here and jump. We just skipped like 100 mobs. I don't know why Blizzard thought you would take the time to clear all that shit. You'd be in here for 3 hours. They really thought you'd take the long way around or you could just jump off the waterfall? Gonna take a picture of the shit waterfall. So we're about to round up our second regular Maraudon run, although we're probably gonna run this right over into the princess afterwards, but I'll be cutting them up. So this is your final boss, essentially. Princess, I consider a different run. Kind of like Blackrock Depths, Blackrock Spire, Scarlet Monastery, and sometimes they have shared instances. Trees don't like fire. Trees don't like fire mages. Getting the boss now. Burn him out. This guy drops a fist, which I kind of hope my rogue gets. He didn't drop it. He dropped the damn leather hat. Too bad that ain't cloth. It's a waste. If you're gonna roll a healer in this game, like, roll a shaman or a paladin so that you can wear everything. Oh, one of them turned it in first, so I'm gonna have to wait. Everyone can do this. So you. Is that an escort? But it's not like that event in Razor Fiend Downs that fucks you over if you don't pick up the first pointless quest and immediately turn it back in. I have no idea why that was even put in. It's just dumb. They should have took it out. They had 2 years to take it out before Burning Crusade, and they didn't. So now it's permanently stuck. Since we can't have any changes whatsoever to improve this game because of the no changes philosophy, now all mistakes that weren't fixed by Burning Crusade are just stuck here. They're just stuck in the game. But we're taking what we can get. Once they rehose Burning Crusade, we'll be moving on like everyone else. Alright, so that's basically it. I'm not going to read any of his junk lore texts. We killed the boss, got the scepter. That's it for this run, and probably going to run over to the princess afterwards. But that'll be another video.